Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on DIY looping, what it is and how it works. So watch along. I hate that. I don't want to say that, but okay, it was said. I get a ton of questions on Instagram. What is looping? How does it work? The list goes on and on. So what looping is it uses a technology that adjusts your basals based on where it thinks your blood sugar will be or will end up at. So what you need to loop is a CGM and a pump. If you're DIY looping, you need the Riley link with it as well. This is what the Riley link is. It is a little device that communicates with my phone and my Omnipod, and that's how it makes the adjustments. So being that this is kind of a what is loop thing, I'm gonna just take you along with my day. I'm gonna take you along with me today and a little bit tomorrow since I'm starting this kind of late. It's about 1 o'clock. And I wanna do an overnight type deal just to show you how loop works overnight. I am gonna eat lunch pretty soon, but not yet because I'm not hungry. But I will show you right now what my phone looks like and kind of how it works. So this is the app that you build. It's just called Loop. It's, again, very easy to build. It'll show you where your blood sugar is going, how much active insulin you have, your total insulin delivery, and your active carbohydrates. So I still have some active from breakfast, even though I went low, so I way overshot my breakfast time bolus. You do everything via this app. You change your pod or your insulin pump, take insulin, everything goes through this app, which I have found is amazing and I love that. One of the #1 things that people ask me on Instagram besides what is Loop is if it's hard to build the app. So with the DIY Loop, using the Riley link, you do have to build the app. And it's honestly not that hard. All the instructions are laid out really well. It tells you everything to do. It tells you what to do if something goes wrong. I don't think it could be any simpler. So again, what Loop does is it uses your CGM data to predict where you're gonna end up. So what mine says is I'm at 120 right now, and that is my literal data. There I am. Whoops. But it's saying, you know, I'll peak a little bit and then I'll come right back down to about 150-ish. One of the reasons that I love looping is if I do go low, it will not have me spike so much. So, I mean, obviously it depends on what you eat when you're low. Like if you have a low that you feel like you have to binge out, you're gonna have to take insulin for it. But if you treat it how they say, how the doctors like recommend it, which is like 12 or 15 grams of carbs, so like a juice or whatever. Sometimes I would, in past, before looping, I would have like super spiked up to like 200. But now I kind of level out at like 120, 130 instead of spiking. So let me show you. So you can see where I was low and I'm already starting to like level out at around 130. The Loop app is now saying I'll be like 120 later, which would be perfect. I am gonna eat lunch, so that probably won't work. But that's another reason why I love it, is it stops me from kind of having a crazy spike after a low. I am gonna eat lunch now. One of the other things that I really like about looping is if you put a certain amount of carbs in. So if you put 30 carbs for lunch and then you end up eating like 40, you can go back and adjust it and say like, hey, I ate 40 carbs, and it'll give you the recommended bolus of like how much extra you should take. I know with past things you couldn't like adjust the carbs unless there was a way and I didn't know about it, which is possible. Hey, look, my Dexcom. So I'm gonna take insulin. I'm gonna try and pre-bolus a little bit. I'm still not the best at pre-bolusing. Another thing that I find helps with having a straight line during the day with looping is if you put the accurate amount of carbs. You still can obviously guess, but if you find out, you know, later that it was more carbs or less carbs, you can go back and adjust. I'm about to eat lunch, just some leftovers, so I'm gonna go into this little button, type the carbs in, which I think it's gonna be like 40, and then you can pick the food, which I love. This is the other thing I love about it. So if you're eating something that's fast acting, there's all these emojis for it. And then there's some medium acting, so you know, tacos, eggplant. The fries works really well if you're eating fast food. And then there's some slower acting over here. And then there's like alcohol and stuff down here. But since I'm having some sweet potato skillet, I'm gonna put the potato emoji. And I'm having some ground up turkey with that as well, so I'll hit done, and then it'll tell me that's recommending 6.45 units, so snap that, and then you'll hear that it'll give it to me. My pod's on my stomach. Actually, I might be a little far from my Riley link, so let me go over there. There we go. You can hear it clicking, giving me the insulin. I made this sweet potato skillet last night. I have a fork in my hand. I made a sweet potato skillet last night and it was so good. So I'm so excited to eat it again. It's heating up in the microwave. Check this out, sweet potato skillet. It's got some yellow peppers, sweet potato, turkey, mozzarella cheese, and onions. I'll post the recipe down below. It's like, oh my god, I'm definitely gonna be making this again. I'm about to run out to the store because I need to get some shrimp for a recipe that I'm making tonight. I'm 150 right now. It is decreasing my insulin a little bit because it thinks I'm gonna end up at 79. So we will see if that is correct or not, but I will keep you guys updated while I run and grab my shrimp. I keep my Riley link in this little case thing that I got on Amazon. I'll link it below. But you do want to make sure you always have it with you because you can't take insulin without it. It'll still give you, if you do leave the house without it, or if you're out of range, the range is about 10 feet. If you do have it out of that 10-foot range, your pod will still give you your insulin. It just won't be able to adjust your basal at all. I'm gonna throw that in my bag. One thing that I love about the Apple Watch is you can ping your phone and figure out where it is. Because if you're like me and you lose your phone all the time, that is a necessity. Because obviously, especially with looping, you need your phone to operate it. And I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind. Just now I couldn't figure out where I put my phone, and apparently I put it in my bag, but I just pinged it, and that's how I knew where it was. Just a side note. I just got to where I'm going for my errand, but I just wanted to share with you guys. I've shared this on my Instagram before, but I love this part of Apple CarPlay. If you have Apple CarPlay, you can do this. I think only with maybe the G6 as well, but what's my blood sugar?
You're 170 and slowly rising.
I think that is so cool. I love that. Since, according to Siri, I'm 170 and slowly rising, let's see if Loop is making any adjustments. Since I'm 170, it's now saying I'll end up at about 102 at 6 o'clock if I don't do anything different. Obviously, my blood sugar could still go up, and then that would change the predicted outcome. But it's giving me a little more basal, and that's about it. I am wondering if I gave myself the right amount of carbs, or if I told it the right amount of carbs. I'm gonna see how much I go up. If I don't go up too much, then I'll know I did do the right amount, but if I keep going, then I'm gonna go back and adjust it. So I'm back from running my errands, or my one errand, because I just needed to pick something up for my dinner tonight. I am now going down a little bit. I'm 149. So on the app, you can see it now thinks I'm gonna be 78. Did not mean to do that. So it's not suspending me yet, but it's giving me a little less insulin, just 0.3 units less of what my typical basal would be. So yeah, we'll see how low I go. I'm wondering if this means I gave myself too much insulin for my lunch, but who knows? Because you know how diabetes is. It's always a guessing game. I do also want to say, I'm about to put an Instagram post up about this, but I put a Dexcom in yesterday and it bled a lot. And I had some sensor errors in the middle of the night last night, so I'm just double checking with my meter to make sure that it's at least a little bit accurate. Because the other thing that I should say is Loop will make adjustments based off of what your CGM says, so you want it to be as accurate as possible, even though you can't really control that. Well, you kind of can, based on like where you put it. My meter says I'm 161 and Dexcom says I'm 152, so that is not bad at all. I don't know if you can tell how dark it is in here. This is not diabetes related, but there is a crazy thunderstorm outside right now. Well, it's not crazy, it's not even raining, but it's just like a lot of thunder. Right? I'm all yellow now because I had to turn my lights on because it's so dark outside. But I'm gonna show you guys what happens when you put your Riley link like kind of far from you. So mine is in my bag right now, so I'm just gonna grab it. I think it's, oh no, it's not in my bag. It's over here in my kitchen, which I'm gonna turn these lights on as well, because that's how dark it is. And I'm just gonna put it, where am I gonna put it? I'm gonna put it in my room. So I just put my Riley link in my room, and then I'm just gonna go sit way more than 10 feet away. Oh, I'm gonna need my phone for this, I guess. Okay, so one of the things that happens when your Riley link is out of range is this circle will turn yellow or red. Okay, excuse my watch. It'll still give you a predicted blood sugar, but it'll say you'll have to put in what your recommended basal is, so I'll have to tap that. and have it do that. Otherwise, it would have given me 0. It would have like canceled that on its own. So you can see I just got a loop failure notification. It says it hasn't been active in 20 minutes. So you can see now that it's red. It won't give me a predictive graph. It's gonna suspend my insulin and not give me any adjustments. But, okay, I really hate that I'm so yellow, but I'm gonna go back and pick up my Riley link so that I can get reconnected to it. So as you can see, I got my line back, so it is reconnecting. It just says no response from the pods, which is why I'm holding it right here. And then hopefully in a minute, this circle will turn green. Oh, there it is. All right, so it turned green, so we're all good. Oh, and I'm 134, which is my favorite number. That's what happens if you get disconnected from your Riley link. It's not a huge deal. It's just you can't take insulin without it. Your pod won't give you any adjustments, but it'll still keep giving you your regular basal that it's programmed to give you. It's essentially like if you left your PDM at home, you wouldn't be able to take insulin, but your basal would still continue. So, not a big deal, but kind of a big deal if that makes any sense. I get a lot of pod fails while looping as well, and I did hear that that could be from either using the battery up in the pod from all the basal adjustments, or the pod just gets overwhelmed from the basal adjustments from the loop. So usually that's not a big problem for me because I have a prescription to pods to change it every 2 days, and I can usually make it last till the 3rd. I am curious. Usually it fails about 12 or so hours before it's actually supposed to fail. So I'm curious if it'll fail while I'm trying to eat dinner tonight. So that'll be a big test. Similar to the PDM, the Riley link will let you know when you have less than 50 units in your pod reservoir. So I have about 49 left. And I also only have 16 hours left, as you can see all the way on the right. I have to change my pod tomorrow morning at like 8:45, 9 o'clock, if it lasts till then, but again, I'm wondering if it'll fail. It's about 5 o'clock right now. I'm gonna put my pre-meal target on. So since I'm gonna cook dinner in about an hour, that'll give it a little time to get down to where I want it. All you gotta do is so simple, is just hit that. And now it is trying to get me down there. A little bit of time has passed. I'm about to make dinner. I'm making shrimp stuffed avocados, which I'm super excited about. My blood sugar didn't come down weirdly. I put the pre-meal thing on, but for some reason that didn't work. So while my dinner is cooking, before I start cleaning up, I am gonna take insulin, almost like a pre-bolus. I'm 169 right now, so I haven't really come down. I'm gonna give myself 35 carbs. So I'm giving myself 35 carbs, and then I'm gonna go over to the avocado emoji because that is what I'm having. I'm also gonna put the shrimp in because there's like shrimp and mayo and stuff in there. So I will hit save, and it's gonna tell me to take 6.15. Whoops. And there you have it. My Riley link is right here. Just wait to hear the clicks and see if it fails. That's it. I took my bolus for dinner. Check this out. It looks so good. Yes, nice and toasty. I'm so excited to eat this. I hope it's good. It could be terrible. I'm a little anxious that this isn't gonna taste good, but if it doesn't taste good, I'll go to McDonald's. So I'm not sure what the end synopsis of that is. It was like good, not great. So I didn't really eat all of it. So I'm still hungry and I took insulin. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I mean, I have to go return some stuff at the mall, so I might just run to McDonald's and like get some food really quick, but kind of disappointed because I thought that was gonna be like super good. Okay, so I'm going down a little bit. I just ran one of my errands. I have 2 to run. I just have to return some stuff, but I'm 116 going down. Let me see how many active units I have on board. 5.4. Okay. So here's something interesting about Loop. So it at times will predict that your blood sugar will go as low as 28. But if this kind of sorts itself out and doesn't go that low, it'll obviously bring this part up. So I don't think I'm actually gonna be at 26, 27. My reason for saying all that was because I do think I'm gonna go to McDonald's to get some food, because I also really want a Southwest chicken salad. I like to think I'm healthy by getting a salad, but I'm sure it's not that healthy, but it does taste good. Also very excited for a Diet Coke because that just sounds really good right now. So I just finished eating my salad and I'm 68 with a diagonal arrow down. That's a little bright, I'll show you in a minute. But so I didn't take any insulin for my salad just because I was going down. I'm glad I didn't take any insulin because I am 68 now, a little low. Hopefully the salad acts as like a low snack, even though it's obviously not. All right. I made it back home. I ran all my errands that I needed to run. I still didn't end up taking insulin for my salad, and I am at 193 right now, which it says I'm gonna hang out around 200 for like a little bit, and then I will be down at 96 later. I only have 33 units left in my pump, which should last me till tomorrow. It expires at like 8 o'clock anyway. But again, I'm gonna make this kind of like an overnight thing so that you guys can see what's going on, how Loop works overnight, because that is when it's my favorite, because I almost always wake up with a straight line. So, and you can see how I change my pod with it. I'm about to go to bed. I am 239 right now with a sideways arrow, so I'm not really budging, but it does say eventually I'll end up at 133, so I am just gonna leave it and see and cross my fingers and hope that that happens. I will say Loop works great at night when it has like no variables. Like for example, it doesn't have to deal with food or exercise or anything like that when you're just kind of like laying still for a whole bunch of hours. So that's why I love it at night, and I know that I'll end up at 1:30 because I'm not gonna eat anything anymore or do anything crazy. So I'm ready for bed, in bed, took my makeup off. The last thing I have to do is just plug my Riley link in because it does charge. So I plug it in every night. I know some people go without it, but I believe the battery will last about 36 hours. So just to be safe, I always plug it in. I take it out of the little case. You plug it in right here. That's the on-off button, but you really don't ever touch that because it's always on. And then you take, you can barely see it, the mini, I think it's the mini USB or mini USB-C. All the instructions for this are on the Loop docs. And you just plug it in. And boom, this is what it looks like while it's charging. So while it's charging, it'll be red up here, and the green means that it's on down here. Gonna go to sleep now. You can see I am 248. I'll sit up here for a little tiny bit, and then eventually I will end up at 125. Good morning. It is the morning now. Obviously, I just said good morning. I woke up at 1:14, so super happy with that. My pod expires in like 15 minutes. Times it's 8:30. I have 14 units left in there. I'm trying to decide if I could like make it to the gym and back with that, which I think I could, but I am gonna eat breakfast before I go to the gym, so I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee now and get the day started. So I always put hazelnut creamer in my coffee. This is about, I never measure it exactly, but I always pour the same amount in, so I know it's about like 20 carbs total for the coffee and the creamer. I know some people say coffee makes them go low, but coffee like crazy spikes me. So I think I fell asleep right around there, and you can see Loop kind of brought me down, and then I went back up a little bit, and then I came down kind of perfectly overnight. Usually what I like to do in the morning is have a cup of coffee, eat some breakfast. I usually eat a banana or yogurt, and then I'll go to the gym, and while I'm kind of waking up, I'll answer some work emails, get some work done. This is about the time that I will put my workout target on, just so it has some time to like cancel my bolus, my basal. That, and I'm gonna do for 2 hours because it's gonna take me a minute to like get ready for the gym and go there. I thought I'd show you guys my gym outfit, crazy pants and Vans. I am rising. I'm rising now, which is exactly what I wanted to see. That makes me feel like I'm not gonna go as low, but I'll show you. Loop is giving me a little bit of extra insulin now, which is perfect. I don't think it's gonna tell me to take any now. Oops, cool. Off to the gym I go. I made it to the gym. I am kind of high now, so I definitely don't think I'm gonna go low, but I'll show you. So I'm 258, which is right where I want to be. Again, I know a lot of people would be like, wow, that's really high, but I will show you how it just like ends up working out perfectly for me, because I drop when I work out. So, okay, I just came to the bathroom because there's people like working out there, but I just want to show you guys, I'm like halfway through my workout, and I am starting to drop, which is right where I want to be. So I'm 282. I'm still 2 arrows up, but I'm starting to like go down. And then in here it says I'll be at 126. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off now because I want it to give me more insulin so that I will drop now. So yeah. Also, the gym is kicking my butt. I just got done at the gym. I am 191 with the down arrow. I spiked and then now I'm on my way down, and according to Loop, which I really need to change my pod, this says I'll end up at -25, but I don't think that'll actually happen. Well, I hope not, because that would be bad. I just got home from the gym. I'm 96 with 2 arrows down, which isn't exactly where I want to be, but Loop is suspending me right now, which is really nice, and I am having a little juice. Yeah, hopefully I won't go too low though. Cheers! What I'm gonna do now is take a shower, or drink a juice, make sure I don't go too low, take a shower, and change my pod after I take a shower. All right, I just got out of the shower, and if you can hear that, it's my pod failing. This is what the screen says. Internal pod fault. Deactivate. Please stop making that noise. I literally just got out of the shower. Great, continue. Okay, we're not ready to do that yet, so please hold. I got ready really quick. I took my old pod off. Oh, that is right here. And I'm gonna go get all the stuff I need to change my new pod. And I need to figure out where I put my Riley link. It's literally right next to me. So back in here is where I keep all of my supplies. So grab a new Omnipod, some alcohol. All right, I have everything I need. I'm gonna open the new one now. And you don't really need to do anything with the with the like Loop or the phone yet. All you gotta do with these two parts is just screw them together, and then you're ready to get the insulin. So I always put 200 units in. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is hard to do with one hand. Okay, maybe I have to do it like this. Let the bubbles figure their lives out. Oh wow, there's like no bubbles in here. Cool. So then I'm done with the insulin. You can see I have 200 units and I'm really shaky, but I'm always really shaky. So then the next thing that you're just gonna do, and you still don't have to do anything with the Riley link, stick it right where the arrow is. So, ooh, I don't know if you can see, but it's hard to do. Just like that. Then you just put the insulin in, and it'll beep when it is almost done. Like that. Done. Take it out. You're done with this now. Now is when you need your Riley link. Okay, so then all you're gonna do is hit pair. And I just always make sure I have these in close proximity of the other. Right now it's looking for the pod. That's why it says pairing, but you'll hear it start to prime and then it'll have a little loading thing. Okay, so you'll hear it priming. So all you do now, it just says it's done priming, hit continue. And then it just tells you to remove the needle cap, which is this tiny little plastic thing, so you just snap it off. Whoa. Insulin always goes flying. And then you're ready to put it on. All right, so my new pod is on, and I just have to hit insert cannula. And then you'll hear it start clicking eventually when it finds it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. Didn't hurt at all though. So that one's good to go. Now you just hit continue, continue, and it's good. This will go back to green again. It was just red because I took it off like when it failed, and then I got ready, and now I put a new pod on. But you can see I'm doing good. It says I'm gonna end up at 154. Let's see if it tells me to take any insulin. It does tell me to take 1.25, so I'm going to. That's pretty much it. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, you are a superstar, and I love you because this was a very long video. This is about 25 minutes long, I think. So props off to you if you made it this far. I hope you got a lot of good info. I will link the Loop docs below, which has all of the instructions on how to do it. It has a lot of answers to a lot of questions. And I will also link the website that you can buy the Riley link at. that runs at about 150. Definitely worth it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Shoot me a message of what kind of videos you want to see on Instagram. I will link my Instagram below and in here somewhere. Hopefully it'll pop up. And yeah, see you next time. I had to do something else. I'll figure it out next time though. Bye.